1984 is a piece of classical literature that talks about a dystopian society where the government or the party controls everything, and where you're always being watched and where you're always being listened to. 1984 teaches us about a totalitarian government that wants to always take control or control people. So today I'm going to give you 5 reasons on why you should read 1984 and what I think of the book, because I'm still going through it. I think I'm still on part 1, chapter 1, so still going through that, but I just want to give my insight on the book, basically. So also, before we get started on that, I just want to say thank you to my 19 subscribers so far. YouTube has been really fun to be doing so far, and I'm really glad that I'm showing progress and that there's people that loves my content. So if you're one of my subscribers, I just want to say thank you for being here, and you mean a lot to what I'm trying to build and how I'm trying to teach and educate others. So with that announcement out of the way, I would like to start on the 5 reasons you should read 1984, even if you're younger or older. I want to say why you should read 1984. So the first reason I believe everyone should read 1984 is that it exposes us to how lies are easily put in front of the truth, and the truth is hidden in the lies. And a part in 1984 that we already know is full-on lies is this part right here. I annotated it too so it can highlight better. Oh my gosh, I have to cut this. This part right here. These 3 bulletin points, well, not bulletin points, but these 3 words right here, which is war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. So if you're into English really, really well, or into literature really, really well, you will understand that the 3 things that I just named off are oxymorons. And if you don't know what an oxymoron is, that's okay. We're here to learn things. And oxymoron is when you compare 2 contrasting things. So for example, she was beautifully ugly. That's a sentence. She was beautifully ugly. Or she was, me going backwards would make sense. She was beautifully ugly. How can she be beautiful while being ugly, and how can she be ugly while being beautiful? That's an oxymoron. And you can already see that our definition of peace means no war. We wouldn't have war in peacetime. War is destructive and cruel and devastating, and peace is calm, nourishing, and refreshing. And also saying that slavery is freedom and freedom is slavery, that's also contrasting too, because we know that to be free, to have freedom, doesn't mean that you're chained down and bound down. You're not bound to anything. That's really a crazy contrasting mark, because it shows a enjailment to unenjailment, or the act of being free. And then the last one, ignorance is strength. That's the last one that really got me, because I don't see ignorance as a strength. I see ignorance being a weakness more than a strength, because you're being ignorant, you're being lost, you don't have all the information, so you're ignorant on some things, and that can't be strength, because that shows that you're lacking the willingness to learn, and you're willingly being ignorant. So that was the part of the annotated book. I still haven't got that far, like I said earlier, but yeah. And then my second piece on it, my second advice on why you should read 1984 is that it's classical literature. This one is going to be a quick one, so just buckle down. Classical literature, I feel like it reframes the brain. It allows the brain to cognitively develop, like, I don't want to say at a faster rate, but like, when you're reading books like this, you're being really, like, you're being pushed to the max. When you read hardcore real literature, you'll feel actual, like, mental exhaustion. But that exhaustion, in a way, is good, because it shows that you're learning and that you are pushing yourself to actually read the books and make sure that you're able to attain the knowledge from the books. Okay, my third piece of advice on why you should read 1984 is because it teaches you about I think it's called a totalitarian government or something like that. A totalitarian government, by the definition that I've seen, is a government where the people have freedom in the sense, right? But they are still controlled by a higher government or a higher party. So it shows, how can I put this? It's shown as this. It's this party of elites, or I think this government, I'm still reading through it, and it's like this government structure is where people still work, people still do basic things, but they're all the way controlled, like, to the brands they use, to the things that they work on, like their jobs, the things they consume, like everything, it's all controlled. I think a quote from George Orwell is, the person who controls the past controls the future, and the person who controls the future controls a person who controls the past controls the future, and the person who controls the present controls the future. Yeah. So it shows that, like, they have full control of history. They're able to rewrite things and take control of everything that they're taking over, in the sense. Like, everything's being warped and manipulated into something that's not true, right? Like I said earlier, like, between the distinction between a lie and the truth. That correlation, distinction of how lies are so easily, like, placed in our face, and we're not doing anything about that. And that whole government structure is powered by control, unlimited power, and being able to indoctrinate or tell people what is true and what is wrong. Like how they said 2 + 2 = 5, but there's no way that 2 + 2 can equal 5, because we know it equals 4. Or that war is peace, freedom is slavery, or and ignorance is strength, because that's not true either. I think this is my fourth or fifth one. I think I'm gonna just do my fifth one because this YouTube video is getting really long. So if it is the fourth one, my bad. This is kind of like on the pace kind of thing. So my last and final piece, why someone should read 1984, is that it opens your mind. So for this one, I really wanted to think about it, and I think I already got it. So when reading, you're opening your mind to a new idea, and this idea allows you to think and ponder on this idea. This idea also allows for you to realize truths. If you read deeply, you will know that opening your mind to books allows you to learn truths, right? Because that's what we want. We want to learn the truth, no matter if we like the truth or we don't like the truth. Learning about the truth is what really matters at the end of the day. And that having your open mind and that mindfulness to want to seek the truth is already showing that you are capable and that you're willing to learn, in that sense of the mindfulness. Because your mind is open to all these possible and new ideas. And then if you don't like an idea, you don't have to follow it. You're able to have the idea in your mind, but it doesn't have to be used. It doesn't have to be expressed, but you understand the concept of the idea, right? And the mindfulness and the eye-opening of 1984 is really going to be that power and control and everything else is very dangerous, and that people don't stand up, or if they stand up to it and try to fight back, they're going to lose because it's already too late. And when you lose, sometimes you just feel like the only way for you to just be able to survive is to just give up and stop fighting. But you have to be able to open your mind, be liberated by the books you read, and try to control and fight back in any way that you know how to. So those are the 1 to 5ish reasons why you should read 1984. I know I messed up in this video, but this video is gonna be long and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And again, to my 19 followers, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to let you guys know that. So peace out, and read books, and goodbye.